too impatient and can't stick with anything. Now, this phrase has been said to me before, and at that time that person was absolutely right. And I see a lot of my friends, colleagues, people I used to hang out with be in this exact same situation and not be able to stick with anything for a long enough period of time for results to show as a result of consistency. A lot of things take far longer to build than people would like them to, and they give up far too quickly. The ability to, this is a Hormozy quote, the ability to do the same thing over and over again every single day without immediate reward or any reward in sight whatsoever for the near future is a very rare skill that would benefit society as a whole if young people implemented it more, young men especially. And I'm no saint of this either. This is something I'm actively trying to improve in myself. For example, a lot of guys start to get into the gym and their gym progress stagnates, or they take a break for a week and they go off their diet, and then they think everything that they put in is chalked. But it isn't about hitting the gym every single day, for example, in this scenario. It's about doing the same thing again and again, even if you fall off temporarily. It's only a minor setback, and you can't let that define your progress. So again, the ability to do the same thing on repeat without reward for an extended period of time is a very admirable skill. And if someone tells you this, or you feel this way about yourself, that you're inconsistent and you can't stick with and you are unable to produce the results you are looking to produce in the timeline that you think is reasonable, it's very likely your timeline isn't reasonable and you aren't outputting enough volume or even close to that. And that person may be absolutely correct. They were when I was told this in my situation. But just because you aren't where you want to be now does not mean it's okay to give up. Consistency in habits are absolutely reversible, and I've seen that time and time again in my life. People will always say, oh, you don't change, people don't change as a whole, and that is the biggest load of horse that I've seen in my personal life, because I've turned so many situations around where I was the underdog. I've had so many friends just do a 180 and get all of their stuff together in life, and now they're happier than they've ever been. But the same number of people have been crushed under the weight of that. So as a daily reminder, you can't allow that type of thinking into your sphere of influence. You need to have a more positive outlook to gain the result. You need to keep pushing and outputting the same structure, the same, whatever your niche is that you know is going to work over time. You need to continue to double up on your inputs. Be impatient with your inputs, impatient with your results. Everything worth pursuing in life is going to take longer than you want it to. Oh man, what's the quote? People are way more optimistic on what they can do in 1 year, but way undershoot the amount of result that they can produce in 10. So extending your timeline is the biggest thing. If someone tells you you can't stick with shit, don't let someone else write your story. You can't expect proficiency in something that you want to get better at if it isn't something that you do on a daily, on a weekly basis. That's why I think exercising in the gym is so important for a lot of people, just to establish those initial reps, to get your routine set up, to get used to doing the same thing every day for a long period of time without reward, and seeing gradual improvement every day, each day. So I think that's why so many people praise the gym and praise exercise, because that is the momentum a lot of people need. That's the running start that will help you build consistency. And that applies to so many other areas of life. The most successful business owners aren't people that are lazy and just sit around all day doom scrolling and watching Netflix. Maybe like 5%, but if you ever meet a rich jack dude in real life, if you ever meet a rich businessman in real life, there's a pretty good chance he's gonna be jacked too. He's got his stuff together. He has the time to prioritize what he wants to do. And that is usually physical fitness to some degree. Some hobby, something physical is always going to be common with that type of successful person. The type of person that you want to be. This is some serious protein tech. Let's go to town. $2.50 for some cold 45 grams protein. I do this more than I would like to admit. Side note, you know what really pisses me off? People who don't signal. You think you're better than me? Because you don't think you have to signal, but I still do. How does that track? Because you're too to understand how basic traffic laws work. I have to suffer when you cut in front of me.